1. Jeff Sessions was forced to resign the day after the midterm election, says reports from inside the White House. 2. Sessions wrote in his own resignation that he is stepping down because he was requested to step down. 3. In a final move before leaving office, he signed a memo about consent decrees. The Justice Department used consent decrees for civil rights violations and unconstitutional behavior. He ordered a review of any current consent decrees that existed and 3 layers of hurdles to future consent decrees, including sunset dates, political sign-offs, and even making it so that evidence doesn't lead to a consent decree being granted. Now, this limits federal oversight of police departments, so places like Baltimore, who actively chose consent decrees on their own, are now burdened with difficult hurdles against the application of these civil rights measures. Number 4, normally the acting deputy attorney general, in this case Rod Rosenstein, will be the person in line to take the position, but it's believed because he has been publicly criticized for not ending the investigations against the president that Rod Rosenstein is not being considered for the role. 5. Matt Whitaker, who has worked under Sessions, has been installed by the president as the acting attorney general for up to 200 days. Number 6. The attorney general must be approved by the Senate. The presidential administration is claimed to have acted under legislation that technically allows the installation to take place. This information is false. Number 7. Jeff Sessions can still be subpoenaed to the Mueller investigation. 8. Whitaker wrote a CNN op-ed stating that he is against the Mueller investigation and how he could orchestrate a plan to defund it and basically end it 1 year before he was installed as the replacement for Sessions. He also made an appearance on CNN.
I could see a scenario where Jeff Sessions is replaced with a recess appointment, and that Attorney General doesn't fire Bob Mueller, but he just reduces his budget so low that his investigation grinds to almost a halt.
Number 9. Let's say you agree on a plan to rob a bank with your friends from work. Technically, you've committed a crime already. In this case, Whitaker is entitled to his own opinion. However, after being installed as the Attorney General, if he acted on what he wrote in his published op-ed, it would definitely be obstruction of justice. 10. The president has made it known many times on public record that he condemned Sessions for not ending the investigation against him.
And then he said, I'm going to recuse myself. I said, what kind of a man is this?
If that is the reason that Sessions was fired, then it is highly unlikely that the replacement has not made his intentions for the investigation known to the president before being given the job. Number 11. Whitaker has not agreed to recuse himself from the investigation of the president. 12. The Mueller team has announced that it has started writing the final report on its findings. If the findings come out within the next 200 days, Whitaker will be in charge of what results are made public. 13. Sessions rescinded the Obama-era memo on states' rights in marijuana. States obviously didn't listen because more states legalized recreational and medicinal marijuana. Whitaker's position on the subject is not being publicized or politicized at the moment, but don't expect any federal legalization yet. 14. There are dozens of examples of the president showing disdain for the investigation against him, including a barrage of tweets hours before forcing Jeff Sessions to resign. 15. There has yet to be any permanent replacement announced. 16. The choice to fire Sessions after the midterm elections was made because if it happened beforehand, it would have likely affected the outcome. 17. Whitaker is currently under investigation and is also now the highest officer in the land, overseeing an investigation of himself by default. He has made no move so far to recuse himself from interfering with an investigation of himself. 18. 3 Senate Democrats filed a lawsuit challenging the Whitaker appointment by Trump. 19. Protests took place around the country beginning as soon as the next day after Sessions was removed. 20. The Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, has said he will not allow a vote on a bill that would protect the special counsel Robert Mueller from being fired by Donald Trump, despite bipartisan concern that the president will act on an impulse to end the investigation. And again, the president has made public statements that he does not intend to fire Robert Mueller. He does say that he trusts the installed acting attorney general will, quote, do the right thing.
I could fire everybody right now, but I don't want to stop it because
about the big-
politically I don't like stopping it.
Yeah.
It's a disgrace. It should have never been started because there was no crime.